Hey, Christina, thank you.
And now to more breaking news this evening. Governor Cuomo unveils a complicated three-zone lockdown plan to deal with the COVID clusters. And he also slams Mayor de Blasio, saying that none of this would have been necessary if the city had enforced the law.
CBS 2's political reporter Marcia Kramer live now with the details. Marcia.
Well, Maurice and Christine, it was day 2 of Governor Cuomo slamming Mayor de Blasio for having an ineffective plan for dealing with the COVID clusters. But this time he came up with his own plan, and for Governor Cuomo, it was all about limiting mass gatherings. This is video of a concert said to be in Fallsburg last night. Few masks, no social distancing, showing how hard it may be for New York City to get a handle on the COVID clusters because another concert is planned for tomorrow night. Sullivan County officials tell CBS 2 they're still trying to get a handle on the event, but in the meantime, the governor came up with a complex plan to deal with COVID clusters. In New York City, there are 9 hot zone zip codes and 13 on a watch list.
A law doesn't work if you're too incompetent or too politically frightened to enforce it.
The governor says he drew up a plan of concentric circles, not zip codes. If you're in the red circle, the highest level of infection, houses of worship can have a maximum of 10 people. Mass gatherings are prohibited. Only essential businesses can remain open. Restaurants are limited to takeout, and schools are closed. The limits are slightly relaxed in what he calls the orange and yellow zones. The governor slammed Mayor de Blasio for putting out a plan that he thought was unworkable, and again talked about the city's lack of enforcement.
It's not about the rule. It's about the enforcement.
The mayor and the governor, who have clashed on many issues, continue to be miles apart on mask enforcement. Cuomo wants those not wearing masks to get summonses. De Blasio would rather give them a mask and tell them to wear it.
I wonder if you think that more fines for not mask wearing is something that you should be doing, whether you should step up enforcement.
What I think is clear here is this is a problem beyond the normal enforcement approach. This is a problem that requires larger restrictions for the community.
Police Commissioner Dermot Shea had a 2-word answer when he was asked whether cops would be instructed to be tougher.
Absolutely not.
Shea seemed miffed that for days Governor Cuomo has used his press conferences to rage about the lack of enforcement in New York City. He offered what might be the ultimate put-down.
I stopped watching those press conferences a long time ago.
So the governor has given localities until tomorrow to have the plans in place, but realizing it's difficult, he's given them a grace period until Friday. He also asked the mayor for 400 people to be on a state enforcement squad, and the mayor says, well, I'm still reviewing it. A spokesman said they'll have more to say later. Reporting live outside City Hall, I'm Marcia Kramer, CBS 2 News.
All right, Marcia, thank you.
Well,